Coming to you live from downtown Windsor, this is a Sinclair College MediaPlex production.
Good evening, I'm Crystal Bryan.
And I'm Pauline Bunyay.
And you're watching the MediaPlex Insider. Constable Sarah Werstein from Crime Stoppers gives us our weekly crime update.
In light of holiday online shopping and home deliveries, we would like to remind our supporters to be on the lookout for porch pirates. A porch pirate is a person who steals newly delivered packages from other people's porches. For porch pirates, stealing packages is a crime of opportunity, and while online ordering is on the rise, so is package theft. If you see suspicious persons in your neighborhood or are aware of the persons responsible for these crimes, please call your local police service, or you can contact Crime Stoppers anonymously by calling us at 519-258-8477, or you can submit a tip online at catchcrooks.com. I'm Police Coordinator Sarah Werstein.
Let's head outside to where our weather specialist Zachary Belloc is standing by with an early look to our weather. Zach, what is the weather right now?
Well, Pauline, there's one word to describe today's weather: wet. Currently, it's 4 degrees Celsius with overcast skies. So what's next? Flurries? We'll talk about it coming up in your 3-day forecast. Pauline, Crystal, back to you.
Post-secondary institutions are asking to end Ontario's tuition freeze to increase funding for the province's universities and colleges. Today, Elian St. Aubing got students' reactions.
Colleges across Ontario intend on unfreezing tuition. This will raise the cost for students to go to school. This is what the students had to say.
I think it's problematic because people are already struggling to live, especially people like myself who don't live with their parents. We live in an apartment, we pay rent, pay groceries, pay all of our other bills. School is just an added cost onto that, but we have to go to school to make money. And then they want us to pay more to go to school to make money, but we don't have the extra to pay because we're already struggling to live.
International students already have to pay more than the average person, so some of them are not happy to hear this news.
The international student, we are paying a lot much of money from back of home, and right now we are thinking like if it's going to be raised more like fees for the course and stuff, so it's going to be very trouble situation for us, because as far as international students are going through a very tough life.
According to Jill Dunlop, the college and university minister, increasing the affordability of college and university is a part of Ontario's plan to help people get the training they need to get well-paying jobs. For the MediaPlex, I'm Elliot St. Aubin.
Sinclair College opened the doors and did a little showing off at its open house this past weekend, and Zach Belloc was there.
Sinclair College opened their doors at the main campus on Saturday for their fall open house. Many prospective students came by to check out the various programs and sign up for a wide variety of prizes. Jacob Robitaille is a future student who already knows what he wants to do.
Applying for the apprenticeship. I'm going into mold making.
This is also the first year that the School of Media, Art and Design is at the main campus, and Chair Jimmy Parsons couldn't be more thrilled.
With the School of Media, Art and Design here at main campus today, it incorporates and brings together our whole school. We have a split school, so some of our programs are here at the South Campus, the main campus. Some are downtown at the MediaPlex, and the remainder of our programs are at the Sinclair Center for the Arts. So to bring them together today.
Caden Edgehill came out, and despite only being in grade 9, he says it's never too early to start looking to rise above the ordinary.
And look at the stuff younger, I think it's smarter, right? Some kids don't get this opportunity, so I'm just taking the opportunity.
The next Sinclair College open house will occur in the spring of 2024. And if you have any questions on the programs that you saw today, you can always head to the Sinclair College website, www.stcollege.ca. For the MediaPlex, I'm Zachary Balog.
Sinclair College dominated men's and women's basketball games against Humber College during last Friday's alumni night. Jesse LaRouche tells us more.
It's alumni night here at the Sportsplex, so you know what that means. A lot of fans and some basketball.
This past Friday, Sinclair packed the house for its annual alumni night. With the crowd so full you'd struggle to find a seat, the men's and women's teams were ready to put on a show. Coming into the game with both teams holding an undefeated record, perfection was on the line. And with the help of a roaring crowd, the Saints got the job done.
It's incredible, man. Like, we bring recruits to these games. They're seeing these fans. these big nights, these alumni nights. Hosting OCs last year was something that a lot of us will never forget. And it's like having an extra guy on the court. It's like having that sixth person out there. It's amazing. These guys feed off the energy, and it helps us be the basketball team we're meant to be.
Through the night, there were a number of players that put on a show, but none more than Andrew Loyick. Out there crossing ankles and taking names, Loyick was also shooting lights out in 6 of 8 from downtown.
I was just playing basketball, you know. It was a close game. We just try to score the ball, help my team out, go and try to win.
And that they did, beating Humber 86-81 in a close-fought battle. Their next match will be against Sheridan this Wednesday. For MediaPlex News, I'm Jesse LaRouche.
Sinclair College President Patty France has awarded the national championship rings to celebrate the esports team victories. Jackson Gallant has more.
Saints Gaming celebrated a banner year in esports last Monday. They walked away with 3 championships at last year's Nationals, as well as first place in the Collegiate iRacing League. To commemorate the occasion, these championship teams were recognized in a ring ceremony by President Patty France.
It was pretty cool. It was actually really surprising, but also really nice to be recognized by our president, Patty France. It's nice to be put in the same category as traditional sports teams at the school too, which I think something a lot of schools lack.
The Saints were able to secure first place in Overwatch, Call of Duty, and Rocket League, winning 2 out of the 3 in dominating fashion.
It was mainly just like chemistry. We were all friends. We have fun practicing together all the time. So
they will now look ahead to this year's Nationals and look to repeat the success. For the MediaPlex, I'm Jackson Gallant.
An exciting show is about to happen this holiday season. Haley Goebel speaks with Kristen Wiklansky from the Music Theater Performance Program to talk about the holiday special show.
I had the opportunity to speak with Kristen McClansky, who is the coordinator for the Music Theater Performance Program, about St. Clair's upcoming holiday special.
The holiday special is our traditional Christmas show that the Music Theater Performance students put on here at St. Clair College. And it celebrates everything about the holidays. We have reindeers, we have penguins, we have Santa, we have showgirls, and this year's production takes place in the 1960s on a television show set. And we are hoping to present a live version of a classic television holiday special.
How have the students been preparing?
The students have been working really, really hard. They started rehearsals as soon as the year started in September. And it's mostly the third-year students who drive the show. They pitch ideas to the directors and which songs they'd like to sing. And together with the director and the music director, they select all of the songs that put the show together. And they rehearse Mondays and Fridays, and then we've just added a couple of Saturday rehearsals since we're about 4 weeks from opening. So they're dancing and they're singing and they're acting and celebrating the holiday spirit every week.
Why do you believe St. Clair's annual Christmas show has become a seasonal favorite?
I've been involved in the show now for about 13 years, and it just is one of those shows that kind of kicks off the holiday season, and it gets you in the spirit of the exciting times of the holidays. It's great to watch the children's faces. So any kids who come to the show, they get to see, they get to see their first taste of reindeers who are dancing across the stage, and they get to see Santa. And it really is a magical experience for children. And I think as adults, one of the greatest part about the holidays is viewing it through children's eyes. So this is just one of those shows that has become a traditional experience for lots of families to kick off the holiday season.
Lastly, why should people attend?
Mostly, one, to support the arts and to support the music theater students at St. Clair College who are working so hard. But also, it's just a really fun hour of entertainment. And if you are looking for something to smile about, it's definitely the place where we will entertain you and bring some magic to your life.
Tickets for the show are now available for the holiday season. Catch it at 7:30 p.m. on December 8th, 9th, 14th, and 15th, or at 2 p.m. on December 9th, 10th, and 16th. For the MediaPlex, I'm Haley Goebel.
The Amherstburg holiday lights are open. Reporter Hannah McGraw was there to take in the sights.
Saturday, November 18th marked the beginning of Amherstburg's River Lights Winter Festival. Its opening night started off with a Santa run. Here we saw hundreds of Santas, Mrs. Clauses, Grinches racing in downtown Amherstburg and along the riverfront. Hundreds gathered to listen to the beautiful music of the carolers as they waited the tree lighting ceremony, including speeches, Santa, and the countdown. This evening is the first of many to celebrate the holiday season in the town. The lights are featured in one of the town's two main parks, Kings Navy Yard Park along the Detroit River and Toddy Jones Park. Ahead of schedule, the beautiful fireworks celebrate the start of the Winter Lights Festival, illuminating the sky with holiday cheer and hope for a white Christmas. There was plenty of excitement for everyone in the opening night, especially for the children who saw Anna and Elsa appear in a snow globe. The lights have something for everyone, from classic angels, soldiers, reefs, and ornament displays at the Navy Yard Riverfront Park to more childlike lights for children at Toddy Jones Park, just steps away from one another. This year also marks the return of the warming house for the first time in 3 years. Visitors will be able to enjoy free hot chocolate, crafts for kids, and custom gingerbread houses. The lights were up from November 18th to January 8th. This beautiful winter festival is just the beginning. Be sure to see it for yourself this holiday season. For the MediaPlex, I'm Hannah McGraw.
We are in week 12 of 15 here at the college, and sometimes stress starts entering the picture. Saloni Shohan reports.
As we approach the end of the first semester, a mix of relief and anxiety fills the air on campuses everywhere. The final weeks of the semester can be overwhelming for students with many exams, projects, and deadlines.
So coming up to the end of this semester, I'm pretty excited for it. It was a really good semester. It was pretty easy for the most part, just a lot of assignments.
With the end of the semester comes the anticipation of winter break. Many students are already making plans for their holiday.
So for this December, I have not any special plan, but I might go around and Pile Point or maybe for the hiking with the friends.
As the first semester comes to end, we wish to the students to their successful of exams and joyful holiday season. For MediaPlex, I am Saloni Chauhan.
Now let's head back over to Zach, where he's standing by with our 3-day forecast. Zach?
Well, it's getting chillier and darker as the days go along. Let's take a look at that 3-day forecast. On Wednesday, we have a high of 7 with a chance of showers or drizzle, or shizzle as I like to call it. Thursday, a mix of sun and cloud and a high of 7. Friday, a mix of sun and cloud and a high of 3. And then the weekend gets a little bit chillier, but you can see it right over by my shoulder. Chance for flurries and even some rain on Monday. I have to go into hiding. Back to you.
It's time for Production Minute. And speaking of production, Cam is here talking Spitfires.
Well, there's been virtually no production in the win column for the Windsor Spitfires this season. With a record of 4-16-1 on the campaign, head coach Jared Smith has been relieved of his duties. This is the first time a Spitfires coach has been fired since Mo Mantha was fired in 2005 amidst the hazing scandal that rocked the Ontario Hockey League. Every other coach secured a job in the professional ranks immediately after leaving the Spits. Until now. Having allowed 27 goals in their last 3 games, it was clear something had to change. Since GM Bill Bowler already tried to shake up in the room a week earlier with the departures of Anaheim draft pick Roddy Dionisio and 49-goal scorer Alex Christopoulos, the only move left was to dismiss Jared Smith after only 21 games as an OHL head coach. There's no word on who may take over, but this deep into the season, most candidates, the good candidates anyway, are likely already under contract. Expect an interim coach to be named, and then in the offseason, the Spits will surely conduct a thorough coaching search. More importantly, though, if the slide continues, will players start wanting out? At this point, the Spits are at a crossroads. If they're not careful, they could turn into the Niagara Ice Dogs of the Western Conference. One thing is for sure, their upcoming road trip is massively important and could dictate the future of the franchise.
If you're looking for all things entertainment, well, Zach and Riley have you covered. Here is ZNR Entertainment.
Hi, I'm Zach.
And I'm Riley,
And we'd like to welcome you to our segment, ZNR Entertainment.
where we'll be talking all the latest in TV, movies, music, celebrities, and more.
So stick around to see what's in store for this week.
Good evening. I'm here with Shane Trowbridge, who is an up-and-coming writer and director here in Windsor. Thank you so much for being here, Shane.
Thank you so much for having me.
So just tell me a little bit about how you got involved in the industry.
I started as a writer, and I had really no film experience, so I actually ended up just working with Gavin Michael Booth. I ended up working on like a few sets of his for like some music videos, just to kind of get like a gist of like how it works on set and how like what to do. I was just like a PA, like nothing special, but I just loved being on set just to kind of understand what it means to be a director. And Gavin really kind of helped me out along the way, and then he also helped produce this film that I did. And honestly, that's pretty much how I kind of did it. I just kind of went full force into it, and I just wanted to let's just kind of go for it.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah.
So your short film, your first ever short film, High Chase, just premiered at WIF this past month. So what was that like?
It was surreal. It was very surreal. I honestly, when I first kind of applied to get into WIF, I didn't necessarily think I was going to get into it, but I was just like, okay, I'm going to give it a shot. And then they got back and I'm like, wow, okay, I'm at a film festival for my first short film. It was very surreal. And then I got there and it was just just very surreal, just being on stage with a lot of other powerhouse directors in the city. And I'm just like, wow, you almost get that sense of imposter syndrome. You know what I mean? You're just like, oh my God, should I be here right now? But but it was very heartwarming because I felt everybody really resonated with my film.
Yeah.
And it was just an amazing experience, honestly. Lost for words at that point. Yeah.
Yeah, I was there. I saw the film. I thought it was spectacular. There was a lot of people, some non-dry eyes in the room, very emotional.
Yeah.
And then hearing you talk about it was great. So just to close out, what advice would you have for students who are wanting to get into this industry?
For me personally, I always just say get on sets. Whatever you got to do, even if you have to PA or something like that, just always just get on sets and just ask a bunch of questions there. Just ask how this process works. Why are you setting up those lights there? Why are you choosing this camera angle? Just almost annoy everybody on set because you're just so eager to learn, right? The best school is great because you can always learn so much, but you don't there's so much you can learn just by being on set and just going right into it.
Yeah.
So I always say just go into it and just do it.
All right, that's awesome. Thank you so much. I'd like to thank Shane for being here tonight. I'm Riley Livingston, and this has been ZNR Entertainment.
Up now is another installment of Talking Pictures. Here's Dylan and Blake.
Mr. Ford, you made a picture called Three Bad Men, which was a large-scale Western, and you had a quite elaborate land rush in it. How did you shoot that?
With a camera.
All right, welcome back to Talking Pictures. Today, we got two excellent talking pictures for you guys here today. We got Midsommar by Ari Aster, and we got Full Metal Jacket by Stanley Kubrick.
Two very honestly devastating shots that I would honestly describe the whole film in both cases maybe building up to these shots, this release of emotion that I personally like to call catharsis through cruelty, because that is really the prevailing atmosphere being channeled through these profiles that we're seeing of these two actors.
Now you see in Private Joker's eyes, he can't just let this sniper who has caused his men so much trouble, he can't just let her die slowly. He has to put her out of her misery, so to speak, But that's what's conflicting for him, and that's what is the deciding factor between Joker's mentality at the end of the film. And you see in his eyes after he makes that decision, there's no turning back. He's became the killer that he never swore to be. The peace sign that was on his lapel does not matter anymore once he pulls that trigger. Compare that to Florence, which is the ultimate release of emotion. Florence Pugh's visual acting on Midsommar is flawless throughout the whole film. Florence Pugh is flawless in every film. Let's be honest here. She honestly brings her A game in everything that I've seen her in, and in Midsommar it's no exception. You can see her truly becoming God in that shot, whereas Private Joker is delivering God's work. It's a scenario where the cruelty being inflicted has shed its meaning from her, and she truly has elevated to a point that she can't go back from. And when the men march along that final shot with Mickey Mouse playing, when they're all singing that song, that iconic burning battlefield, it's such an iconic juxtaposition that you cannot take out of your brain. It's one of the defining moments from that film, I would say. Truly delivers the poignant meaning of the scene that had come previously, in the same way Florence's eerie smile does at the ending of Midsommar. So those are the two talking pictures we compared. Submit any pictures you want to see in the future. I'm Dylan Moskovsky. And I'm Blake Moskovsky. Got more talking pictures on the way, so keep up to date on those. Stay tuned.
Zach is taking us to the movies in this latest installment of Did You Know?
Silver City opened on December 12, 1997, right here at the corner of Walker and Provincial. Now, before this was a theater, it was the twin famous for Drive-In, which opened in the 1960s and ran until the 1990s. Now, trouble started to brew once it was discovered that they were unable to keep up with the Cineplex cinemas at Devonshire Mall, resulting in this theater taking its last bow. Now, it's really difficult to see what was once a hub for family entertainment and Friday night fun spiraled down and become another example of urban decay.
Ooh. What they thought would be a new beginning.
Toast to us.
Is becoming a dead end.
Somebody tried to kill you last night. We have to go to the police.
If you wanted me dead, he could have done it.
And then
some of the first films to be viewed at Silver City was I Know What You Did Last Summer, Scream 2, and the Mr. Bean movie, Bean. For the Mediaplex, I'm Zachary Balog.
It's time for a Madcast, and this time we're featuring the event management program.
Hello and welcome to Madcast, a podcast where we feature programs in the Sinclair College School of Media, Art and Design. I'm Veronique Bandel.
And I'm Rebecca Wright. On this episode, we are featuring the event management program.
He is joining us on Madcast, Dwayne St. John.
Hey, thank you so much for having me on this crazy Madcast. It's awesome to be in this radio type setting and
welcome
in our digital world that we have.
I know.
So, thank you.
And I love our name, Mad.
Oh, Mad, I know. We're all mad.
So why don't we start with you just sort of maybe giving us just a summary of what event management is all about.
Sure. Event management's a postgraduate program, so our students have to have either a degree or a college diploma of some kind, or they can be an adult student with event management experience. So it's a postgraduate opportunity. It's a great opportunity for students out there that kind kind of well round out the previous experience that they've already had. And it consists of 2 semesters. There's 5 courses in each semester. And by the end of the program, they are very proficient and they actually plan a real live event with a charity, and they fundraise money through their event for the charity and host a real live event. So they get to know what it's like to produce the event, to plan it, and then manage it as the event is happening day or night. And then we do a follow-up event wrap-up of what their successes were and then also what some of their challenges are. So.
Any final thought? What would you say to someone, who's listening to our conversation, or someone who is thinking, I think I'd like that? What would you say to them?
I would say, give me a call. My number is on the website. If you go to the Sinclair College website, type in a little bar, event management, click on it, and scroll a little bit down. You'll see my name. Just give me a call or shoot me an email. I'll be more than happy to talk to you. Would absolutely love that, and we can't wait to see you in class in an event management seat.
And now that you've seen and heard from Coordinator Dwayne, if you'd like to email him to connect, the email will be on the screen, or you can give him a call at 519-972-2727, extension 4580. Thank you again, Dwayne.
Thank you. Thank you both.
You're so welcome, and thank you for watching. This podcast was made possible by the Sinclair College MediaPlex and the School of Media, Art, and Design. I'm Veronique Mandel.
And I'm Rebecca Wright.
See you on the next Madcast episode when we highlight yet another Mad program.
Thanks for tuning in. I'm Crystal O'Brien.
And I'm Pauline Bunyay.
And you've been watching the MediaPlex Insider.
This has been a Sinclair College MediaPlex production.
I think it's so important to be taught by industry professionals because they know what they're doing. And they're not just teaching because they read it in a book somewhere. They're teaching because they've lived it. I choose to take control of my future, and my path is St. Clair College. I choose to be here.